are you?
I'm good. Everyone, this is my mom.
I'm excited to be here.
Janice Hill. She came all the way from Jacksonville, Florida to do this with me. And we're going to sit down and have some wine like housewives and chit chat. Cheers, and thank you so much for doing this and being my first guest.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so the first question, how has it been here? Because you guys know that I just recently moved, so this is my first time living alone, and I haven't updated you on where I am yet, but soon it's going to be an updated video. So what do you think of my place so far?
It is lovely. I love what you've done to the place. It is beautiful. It speaks you. It's you. It's lovely.
It's me. How has June Jambalaya impacted our relationship?
Well, June Jambalaya has not really impacted our relationship, but I've gotten to see you in a different light, a different area, and your performance are phenomenal. I'm like, oh my God, did I birth this child? He just danced so well. It's like unbelievable. When you get on that stage, you turn into somebody totally different.
For those of you who don't know, a lot of my inspiration and thought process behind this character comes from the women in my family. Specifically, my mom and my Aunt Sheila. Growing up, they were just very fierce, fabulous, and fashionable women. And like, my mom went to school. My mom was actually in paralegal school when she was pregnant with me. And I just saw like the women in my family really just made things happen and like took no prisoners and never took no for an answer. And so my drag is almost a love letter to them. And for those of you who don't know, I think I talked about it, my promo dress, the pink and green and like June's signature colors, actually comes from my mother. Those are her sorority colors of
AKA all day, every day.
And so I kind of always had little nods to my mom throughout my drag, but it's like very surreal to like sit here and like talk about it. How would you describe me as a child?
Oh, as a child, busy, 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 busy. A real busy child, always into something. Had to go find him, looking for him. When he's quiet, you know something is going on. He always was wanting to know how everything works. You buy him a toy, 5 minutes later, it's tore up in pieces. I just wanted to see how it worked. I just wanted to know why the bird was talking. I just wanted to know. He just tears up everything. It's like he has a sister and she's 6 years older than him. And she was so calm and peaceful and quiet. And when I had him, it was like, oh my God, I was just really too old to have this child. I said, oh, I was too old. I cannot keep up. He was so, just everywhere, all over the place. I'm like, it was to the point, I was in tears. It was like, I could not keep up with him. It was just a lot.
How do you think drag has changed my life?
Drag has really changed your life. June is more calmer than TJ.
Yeah, what's the difference that you see between June and Ty?
June is very calm and quiet, but Ty was very rambunctious and loud and angry and wanted to fight. It was always a lot. It was just a lot all the time. It was always something, but it was never Ty's fault. It was always
I'm a don't start none, won't be none type of person. Anyone who knows me, I don't go looking for fights, but I promise you I will be the one standing at the end of the fight.
Well, I don't know about that. The fight thing, I don't, agree with, no violence. I'm not a violent person, and I didn't raise him to be that way. But because of the voice, I think his
And
voice
being
was
soft spoken.
being soft-spoken.
And extra feminine.
Yes, and everyone always felt like that they could take advantage. And when the Ty turn into Tyrone comes out, it's just like a storm waiting to happen. But you're right, you was always the one not starting anything. It was always someone else wants to start something with him. But then when they realize that,
I'm not the one.
That voice, don't let the little soft voice fool you, because it's not.
So you think June is a little bit more reserved and put together?
Yes, and more calmer. And June has turned your life into help you find yourself, the person who you really are, and what you really want to do in life. And I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of all of your accomplishments. I'm proud of everything you've done. And I'm about to tear up, so I'm gonna stop.
Oh, okay, I got teary-eyed. Okay, we got nothing. How was it raising not only a little boy, a black son, but a little gay black son? When did you know I was a little different than everyone else?
Well, I always knew that you were different because of the things you would do, and how you really wanted to be your sister. You wanted to be your sister, and whatever she did, you wanted to do. Whatever she had, you were like maybe 6 years old. We were on our way to church, and you were sitting at the dining room table. And I was like, what is wrong? What is going on? He was like, you had your head down, kept like, I said, what is wrong? So I made him remove his hand. When he removed his hand, he had arched his eyebrows. They were all gone. Everything was gone. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? It was like,
I wanted art.
And he was just a little different. And he would hide and play with his sister dolls. I would go looking for him. I'm like, where is he there? And you'd be behind the bed or under the bed, in the closet, anywhere, playing with a doll. And I was like, oh, he's kind of a little different, but eventually, he'll find himself. I don't know if it's because Sade is here and he sees everything she's doing and wants to be like her. I don't know, but eventually, one day I was sitting in my bathroom and he came in and sat on the side of the tub, and he was like, Mom, I want to tell you something. I said, what? I don't like girls, nor do I like boys. I don't like anybody. I said, what do you mean you don't like anybody? I don't know. So, eventually I guess he
that
found
changed.
He was young, so I was like, oh, okay, you're fine. Who you really like. In my opinion, love is love. Whoever you love, as long as you love that person and treating that person with respect, and the person you're with is respecting you, who's to judge to tell someone who to love? Of course, I thought you were, get married, have kids,
and all that's still possible, just not in the way,
right? The traditional way.
And I think what I really want to highlight, that not only is this a black Southern woman, but a lot of you don't know, I'm a preacher's son. My mom is married. My stepdad is a minister. So this is pure reflection of the true meaning of Christianity, that God is love. And my mom has always taught me to live in love and not by the standards of what other people have told me what I had to be. As long as I was a good person, a kind person, a loving person, that's all that I needed to be accepted and loved.
Right. Love is love, and I love you. I love you so much.
Do you remember, I think I was 16, I came in your room. This is my remember when I came out. I came in your room and I almost had an asthma attack, and I was on your floor crying when I told you I was gay. And then you picked me up by the face and you were like, you birthed me, I'm your child, you don't care who I love. And
yes, I do remember that.
And I was petrified, because, not to tell you, I think it was just like being in the church, and like, I feel anyone who knows me knows I'm, love going to church. I feel my spiritual connection. Like, when I am weak or I don't feel my best, I know where to go and who to lean on to get that strength. Like, doing shows and physical fatigue, I know what to tap into to have, you know, that higher connection. And I was just afraid that me saying that meant that I would never have that anymore.
No, you will always have that. God never leaves you. Once you tap into that, you will always. You leave Him. You don't. God don't leave you. You leave Him. So you will always have that connection.
Okay, what are some things you love about June?
I love the way June look, June makeup, June hair, the way June dance. It's like unbelievable. The way June performs on that stage, June just turns into somebody totally different.
Fun fact, a lot of the reasons why I wear human hair, because I remember once I wore synthetic hair, and we're gonna talk about how did you feel when you saw It's Chocolate?
It's chocolate. The bus driver wig. It was. I said, oh my God, they look like the bus driver wig. It's chocolate was not a good sight for me.
Which is why I wear human hair now, and I'm always like, I try to be as pulled up and together. And nothing, my mom, she will not tip me at a show if I don't have on nails. Like, what are your thoughts on me?
Yes, when you don't have on nails, I'm the type of person, always gonna have on nails, always gonna have eyelashes, makeup. Just, you know, enhance the beauty that God gave you. Everybody is beautiful. Just enhance it.
But she told me if I don't have on nails, I take her out of the illusion with my big,
right, with those
big man gorilla hands. That's what she called them.
I'm like, oh my God, you better put some nails on. Nobody don't want to give you no dollar with those big old hands. Put some nails on.
What was it like watching me on TV after all these years and seeing me? Like, because you see me, but you see June walk
right.
out. Because I remember
stage.
I was at the airport on my way home for Thanksgiving when we were announced. And I was on the phone with you, and I was like, yeah, they're about to announce us. And I was sitting at the airport, and you saw June Jambalaya.
Yes.
And then I came up, what was that?
It was like, oh my God, is that really TJ? And it was just amazing to see that he has evolved into something to make his dreams come true. And he was really owning and believing in himself, regardless of what other people think or thought about him. He was loving who June and TJ really was. I just felt it was just awesome.
And no, I didn't go as far as I planned and, you know, on the show, but what was it like, you know, to watch from where I was at the reunion to like me now?
Well, where you was on the reunion, you were stunning, amazing.
I pulled up for the reunion.
You owned the stage.
I came back for the
Yes,
reunion.
you owned the stage, but you went as far as you should have gone. You were only there to present yourself to the world. That was just to showcase who June really is going to become. That's a beginning. It was just your stepping stone to get your face out there. This is not the end. You will see June for a long, long time. June will become a household name. Mark my word. June will be a household name.
Cheers to that. This is actually really good. My friend actually came to visit my mom, and she brought the wine. So I've never relaxed Riesling. Shout out to Deja for this because it's very good.
Oh yes, I've had that before.
Oh, I have not.
Yes.
Any questions you want to ask me?
Yes, tell me how you feel about June right now. The road June is on. And the accomplishments June has made during this progress.
I just feel like I'm very proud of where I'm going, and I honestly am. I was so hurt that I went home first, but actually I'm happy now because I don't think I would have worked as hard, if that makes sense.
Yes.
If I was just, you know, I got the tour, I got the endorsement deals, I got all those things my first round, I don't think I would have appreciated and gave so much to every single performance, and, you know, tried to get better with my makeup, tried to, you know, be more strategic with my hair, and, like, you know, picking numbers that I knew would resonate with people. I don't think all of that thought process and work and putting visuals and stuff together, I don't think I would have been as diligent with it. And I'm happy I'm getting to a place now where, like, you guys are watching my YouTube channel, and like I get to do things that I enjoy and not just have to do things what I think a typical Rue girl has to do. I get to create this brand of this Real Housewife, because not a lot of queens are fortunate to have their mother in their life. My mom has been with me to Puerto Rico, to London DragCon, and to be able, I feel like sharing those stories will let you guys in a little bit more on who I am as a person and like my drag background, because I wasn't in the clubs at 16, 18 years old watching drag queens. This was my vision of a female impersonator, even though she's a female. I was like, this was my female I watched and I, you know, am impersonating. And, you know, so this was my inspiration of drag. And I think the more and more I do things like this, the more the fans will understand, that's why it's so realized Womaniana, because she's basing it off an alpha woman.
Yes, and you didn't go as far, but now when you go and you, if you go back to All Stars, or you'll be going to All Stars, and you would, this time around, you would be more grateful, thankful, and you're already blessed, so you appreciate it more. So things happen for a reason. It's just a temporary setback. It's always, you know, a setback.
No, they're always just lessons.
Yes. So in this, you really, you know.
How has it been meeting like my drag sisters? Like, you know, I didn't have a drag community before, but like my mom has, you know, she's met Georges, and Jiria came to like one of my family functions.
Yes, I mean, each person I've met, all of your drag sisters are wonderful, beautiful inside and out. Each one. Cornbread, I met Cornbread.
She sent her.
Just sent me a nice gift, and Alyssa in Puerto Rico
hosted us.
So loving, so kind. Just showed us around Puerto Rico, told us different places we should go, we should eat. Just a lovable person. And Drill came to the birthday party for Mariah, and everybody enjoyed her. I mean, everyone I've met so far has been really, really nice.
Okay, well, thank you so much for doing this and coming and being a part of the Jambalaya story and being the blueprints of the Jambalaya story. I love you so much, and
thank you so much for having me. Love you.
Thank y'all so much. Yeah, I'm just trying not to get emotional, but thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.